Go ahead and start recording. In 3, 2, 1.
My name is Cameron Rodriguez, and I run the media department here at Studio T Arts and Entertainment. I've been with Studio T Arts for about 3.5 years now. I started off as an intern from STAE in the film program, and I was looking for work opportunities and internships, and then fortunately enough, I was able to find Studio T. From my internship, I was offered part-time position, so I worked part-time, and then from part-time, I was able to earn the opportunity of being offered full-time, and then after working full-time, I was eventually offered the opportunity to run all of media for Studio T Arts and Entertainment, and that's where I'm at now. I'm very grateful for the family and the community that Ms. T has created here with Studio T, not just for like the staff, but the families and all the people that we impact through our programs and offerings. Ms. T has been a great mentor. She's someone that I can often come to for guidance and advice and support. I appreciate her giving me the opportunity to work here and just to allow myself to grow. In the words of Ms. T, is that I've seen it grown in quantum leaps. When I got here as an intern, we were at a brick and mortar little shop off Fair Oaks Boulevard across from Loman's Plaza. And now we are currently in a 44,000 square foot facility. People that I look up to and that are role models to me are, one, like obviously my parents. They've helped inspire me just with like their work ethic and how hard they work. I would even say my coworker and friend Paris also is a role model to me. I watch this guy work insanely hard every day, and honestly it just makes me feel like I'm not doing enough. So I always look to him and I'm like, dang, I gotta do more now. And so we're like doing the whole process, and we're like doing the pre-production, we're doing the production and the post, and like it just feels right. Like it just feels right. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. Like this work that I am doing right now, this is like the right thing for me. Throughout life, I've always felt like I never was really good at anything. I felt very anxious all the time and very self-conscious about everything that I did. I was just trying to navigate life, figure out what I wanted to do, what I was passionate about. I tried to go into the Coast Guard after high school, but because of medical problems, I wasn't allowed to go into that. I wasn't allowed to even get past the physical in that sense. And so like that was really crushing to me because I remember telling everyone at school like, oh, like, I'm gonna go to the Coast Guard, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. And then it was taken away from me without even getting like a real shot at it. And that really stung. I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life after that. I was just kind of doing random jobs here and there. I picked a major I didn't even really know about that much in terms of kinesiology, and just wanting to be a physical therapist because I knew it paid well. I always considered myself really good at school. I always did really well in academics. And I remember I was taking a chemistry class at Sac State, and I like failed out of it. I did terrible, and I've never done anything like that before. I always like got A's, and for some reason I couldn't get this class, and it was like breaking me in a way because it made me lose all confidence in myself. And so I just remember just kind of like spiraling and just feeling lost. It wasn't until COVID that like a switch actually flipped, and I found out what I really wanted to do, which was just like video editing. And that's really where things took off for me, and I found like a real passion for that. I got an opportunity to do that with like the work that I was doing at a school, and I just kind of fell in love with it, and just asking people if they needed videos made or anything like that, and just pursuing that and following that and just really honing in my craft. And again, I got the opportunity to intern and work at Sac State. I changed my major from kinesiology to filmmaking and graduated from Sac State. I started to take those small steps out of like that anxious mind of like feeling lost and not sure what I wanted to do with my life, and then actually putting steps behind the things that I did enjoy doing and what I found purpose in doing. I was battling something called Imposter syndrome, where I felt like I was never good enough. I felt like I wasn't really supposed to be doing what I'm doing, and so I've really started to combat those thoughts and prove to myself that I do belong here, that I do have a skill set, that I am proud of, that the work that I put out, that I am proud of, and that it should be seen and should be celebrated. I've really developed like a new sense of confidence in myself and my abilities that comes from just working with the people that I've gotten to work with and the people I've encountered along the way here. I really started to feel my anxiety release itself. I found purpose in the work that I was doing. You can look at the videos that when I first got here as an intern and then look at the videos now that we're producing. You can see the shift in like the quality of our work, how we've really grown and allowed ourselves to work on our craft and to stretch ourselves in the things that we're doing. There are no failures in life, they're just lessons. And so what may seem like a failure is really just a lesson, and then you take that lesson and you apply it to the next thing, and then you become successful, and then you have another lesson. You take that lesson and then you become successful again, and it just becomes a chain of lessons that you've acquired through your journey in life, and that eventually will propel you to where you want to be in life. I want to be able to mentor the next wave of people that have the similar issues, and to show them that like the things that I endured them for a reason. I know that we're impacting the next wave of filmmakers and content creators and showing people that you can pursue a career in your dreams. And so again, the legacy that I want to leave behind is to show that I am the example of being able to pursue your dreams and to overcome the imposter syndrome, to overcome the anxiety, the negative thoughts, the self-doubt, and that you are able to do it too, and that you're not alone, and that you don't ever have to feel alone, because there are tons of other people out there, including myself, that feel the same way that you do. So find something that you're passionate about and just chase it.